Good Saturday morning out at Eastgate Park. Up next, the mighty Corsair. Of course, I take my sunglasses off and the sun comes out. Can't win. And away she goes. That was good. That was a lame. That wasn't even a toss. I just let it fly out of my hand. All right, so what's different about this flight, you say? Well, glad you asked. I have a 3200 3-cylinder in there, a zippy compact. Because when I fly it, it always seems just a little bit neutral, but it's flying it well. Shoot, I can fly 8 minutes on a 2200 and still come down at like 40%. So I'm sure I'll be cutting this video up. I like this little Corsair.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
I'm a Corsair junkie. The Dynam, Bitgo has the Dynam Corsair for $189. I'm tempted. I had one and it flew great. The only thing was the version 1 landing gear. It's like sometimes, but it belly landed well too. So, but sometimes you get 1 gear, sometimes you get 2 gear, then 1 gear would go up. Sometimes you get no gear. Warts and all, though, I really like. That was that and the E-Flight Marine Corsair. That's the Marine Flight Corsair is probably the best flying Corsair that I've ever flown. And then this is second, and then with the Hobby King close. And that's all I've flown. I don't have any FMS Corsair experiences, but my buddies have had that Corsair. And it seems like they had problems with the 1400 one. The 1700 one, I've seen my buddy crash 2 of them, but one was planting it in a tree, so I don't think you could blame the Corsair on that. And the other was just a flat out, straight out stall. Stuff in the garage. It was hot in the morning, out there messing around, putting the finishing touches on the bungee. Loading stuff up. Then we got here, we walked around. I used the porta potty over there, so I baked in that thing for a few minutes. There's no shade.
20 seconds.
Says being a retired Army guy that had to watch out for heat
10, 9,
exhaustion and heat stroke in his soldiers, you know, it's like
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think I overheated
Time expired.
during one of my all expenses paid trips in the Army, where it was the hottest place I've ever been to. Put it that way. It felt like a blast furnace the whole time I was there. I don't think my body reacts to heat the same. I'll take this day. This is a perfect day. Well, I'm sure the battery's probably not anywhere near storage yet.
Timer stop. Timer start. Timer stop. Timer start.
I'd say the CG is pretty good, because I don't think I could do that. Well, yeah, I could. Yeah, it feels, it might even be flying a little more neutral than what I normally fly it.
Timer stop.
I checked the CG before I flew. It felt... Ooh, well, that worked. I think the CG might be a little more neutral, and I think I might have just messed up my plane. Oh, that chunk of foam there is not good. I don't recognize that. That's not the battery hatch. it is the battery hatch. All right, so it looks good. And right here, we got a pretty good breeze coming from there, so I must have hit that breeze. Trying to be cute. Yeah. Yeah, good as new. Whew. That scared me. Well, there you go. So there's some non-perfection, but I don't like that big ass battery in there, that's for sure. The CG felt funny. I don't know if it felt like it was more neutral. I should have throttled out of that. I didn't. That breeze there. It's just enough to make it stall. Good as new. It's good as new. Good as new. Let's see. Let's make sure the prop will spin.